Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Link's Awakening DX, and I apologize if you can hear my dryer going right now, but I got a load of towels in, so kind of need those, otherwise I'm going to be doing air drying out of the shower tomorrow. So, with that said, last time we were able to finish up the second dungeon in the game with Bottle Grotto, and we saved Mr. Bow Wow here, Dr. Chain Chomp, and so we get to go take him back to Madam Meow Meow, or whatever the fuck her name is, and I just got to watch him brutalize whatever the hell it was right here. He's a hitman, working on a contract. And so, yeah, it'll be good stuff. So, we will move on, and now that we have the Power Bracelet, there are a few things that we can do. And so we're going to try and get a couple of little side things done while we're at it. I'm kind of excited now that we can do this, because what we're going to be trying to work towards today is moving towards Dungeon 3, or perhaps the, I think it's called like the Shrine of Dreams, I think might be one of those. Oh, this place is funny. I like it. Okay, well, yeah, we'll do this really quick. I totally forgot this was in here. Oh, I was a little early. The delay. Hey kid, you woke me up from a fine nap. Thanks a lot. But now, I'll get my revenge. Are you ready? Well, I mean, is anybody ever ready for revenge? I'm like, oh, sure, man, give me your revenge. I'm ready. I'll let you carry more magic powder. Are you? Wait a minute, that doesn't sound like revenge at all. That sounds like a pretty good deal on my end. Sure, go right for it. Boy, if you are an epileptic, that is just not a good thing to have. You deserve it. Now look at all that junk you have to carry. Haha, take care. See you again. Alright, well, now we have 40 in the magic powder department, so I don't think we're really going to ever have to go see the witch lady ever again, because it's not like there's a lot of situations where, you know, magic powder is even necessary. But we will keep it on hand just in case. So if we go back in here, there is one rather important thing that we can get our hands on. I'm pretty excited about that. I'll still never get over the fact that his face looks amazing whenever he picks up items like that. He's just like, oh, yeah! I'm gonna gloat about this shit at the bar, even though I'm like 12 years old. Alright, we got 3 pieces of it. We are ever closer to getting what we want as he moonwalks away from it. So, oh, dude, I gotta tell you, this is crazy. My son sleeps in the weirdest positions sometimes. I mean, I've kind of always known this, but tonight he did one that was, it like fucking freaked me out for a minute. It was not tight at all. So, let me get this really quick. Oh, it's a secret seashell. Tight. Okay, cool. I mean, there's quite a lot in this game. I don't know where like 90% of them are, but hey, it's nice that we got one. So I'll try and find as many of them as I can. I'm not shooting to get all of them, because God knows I don't know where the majority of them are at, but we'll work for it. So a lot of the time he sleeps in really weird contorted positions. I mean, we all do to a point. Let's go drop him off over here really quick. I'll get back to that story in just a second.
Ho ho ho! I really appreciate what you did for my poor, precious Bow Wow. You are such a nice boy. How can I ever repay you? I know. Smooch! You got a reward from Madam Meow Meow.
Lucky. Especially with a voice like that, that's just, yeesh. Alright, well, he's safely back in the front yard now. We go in here. This is enough. I forgot about that. This little mini-ass chain chomp's running around. There's just fucking human remains just hanging out of here. Oh, that makes me so uncomfortable. Makeup, jewels, dresses. I want it all. And some new accessories would be nice. Oh, that ribbon. I need it. Will you trade it for my dog food? Yeah, that sounds like an even trade. Let me give you a fine fashion accessory for just a can of fucking dog food. Yeah, sure, why not? Lucky! Thanks. Well, here's your nondescript can. Oh, yeah! You exchanged ribbon for can. It's full of juicy beef. Or, as What's-His-Face from The Matrix would love for it to be, tasty wheat. Okay, so, now that we've got that out of the way, one thing that we can do... Actually, let's go do this really quick. It's something that I was going to do a couple episodes ago, but I didn't do it. We can go up here and go fishing really quick. It's a super easy thing, and actually I think one of the prizes we can get is either a secret seashell or maybe a heart container for this. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, this guy's an asshole. He's extorting a child out of $10 to go fishing in his private lake. It's pretty fucked up if you ask me. Oh, okay. Also, that guy's house doesn't have any doors on it. I don't know how he gets in and out of it. You have to, like, break the windows and deal with it. So it's the one fish that's right down in that little alcove down there. That's the one that has the prize. So we may just have to kind of weed this place out of all of its fish so that we can, you know, kind of get it in there. But, yeah, dude. So he sleeps super contorted, which a lot of us do, but he does it all the time. And so we put him to bed. We were over at my parents' house tonight watching my grandma while they went out on a little date night type of thing. And so we put Preston to bed because we decided we wanted to watch the It remake that came out last year, because we've already seen it, but we just wanted to watch it again. So obviously not a movie that's fit for a 7-year-old. So we put him to bed, and at one point I went to go take a bathroom break because, you know, I needed to. I had way too much root beer, which reminds me, I have one here. Yes! Give me all of that. Oh, that wet the whistle. But I went in there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to check on him just to make sure that he's alright. And I'm also going to peek my head into my grandma's room and see if she's actually sleeping. Okay, we might be able to get away with this. If we cheese it just right and we can keep it under all the fish, yep, we're going to get exactly what we want here. But I peeked my head into the room where Preston was sleeping, and dude, it was not a tight sight at all. I mean, usually you can look in there and be like, oh, it's so cute, they're sleeping, and absolutely not the case. With it. I peek in there, and the way he's sleeping looks straight out of a fucking Exorcist movie. Like, his legs are like spread apart, and he's like, his back is arched like he's doing like the bridge, and he's got oh, here we go, come on, yeah! Oh, it's a big one, and it has a piece of heart too. Yeah, we completed another full heart container, so that is awesome. On top of that, we also get a 20 rupee prize. So not only did we get to pry the piece of a human heart out of it, we also got to keep the money. So, you have to have more passion. Live a little. Hey, I'm not trying to take all of your damn fish. You got to be able to eat too, man. But he's got his legs up and his back is arched like this, and his hands are just back like this up against the headboard, and I'm just like, whoa! I was like, dude, this is not okay in my eyes right now. I wanted to go wake him up, but I was like, I'm not going to do that. But I went and told Michaela about it, and she's like, yeah, that sounds about right. And I was like, but it's freaking creepy. She's like, yeah, I know. All right, oh, the shovel, tight. Okay, we do need that. You can totally, for those of you that don't know, you can totally steal things from this shop. I don't remember how to cheese it so that you can do it, but you can totally steal things from here. But if you do it, you whenever you come back in, I think that not only will he not let you buy anything, but I think he actually tries to kill you. So that's a, lesson for you young kiddies out there. If you ever steal from a shop, the guy will kill you. It does not matter where it is, whether it be a 7-Eleven or anywhere else. They will try to murder you in cold blood. And now our next objective is to get 980 rupees so we can get the bow and arrow. So we are going to buy some bombs. I totally forgot that you have to buy bombs here. For some reason I thought you got them just out in the wild, like you do in, Link to the Past, but you initially have to buy them from the store, as far as I know. So, one thing that we'll do really quick, now that we have some bombs, is one place that I can think of right off the top of my head that we can use them in, and I think that there's going to be a prize available, is if we go back to the Tail Cave, the first dungeon, there was a room, like a few rooms in, that has a bombable wall in it. And so I think that that's going to have something relatively important for us in it. So let's go check it out. And then we can go from there. So, yeah, dude, it was definitely a thing. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, "Whoa, dude." I think my son might momentarily be possessed or something. But not really. Not even close. No, I didn't really want that. I wanted to be able to hear the theme again. So another thing too, another thing with my son is that his favorite game to play, his favorite board game to play is Monopoly, which, go figure, he's got to pick literally the longest board game in the world. But during the 4th of July, which I hope all of you guys had a wonderful 4th of July weekend, or holiday, by the way. I had a great one. I actually got to enjoy the day off this time for a change. I normally always have to work that day. So here's that wall I was telling you about. We'll place a bomb right here. We'll see what happens. Go in here. There's a secret treasure chest with... Hey! Cool! Another secret seashell. Tight! I'm down with that. We got 2 of them in one episode. That makes me happy. So yeah, I actually finally got to spend it off for a change. I usually always work on 4th of July, and this is also the first time I got to spend it with my, with my wife and kids, because this time last year they were still living down in Eugene, so, I didn't have the opportunity to spend it with them last year. So I got to watch my dad absolutely decimate Preston at Monopoly. I love Preston dearly. His ideology on how Monopoly is to be played is so backwards, and I've tried telling him so many times that in order to win the game, you've got to spend money. I mean, you have to do it. You have to buy properties as often as you can. Otherwise, everybody else is going to buy them, and you're not going to have any way to make money. Because his thing is that he's absolutely terrified of losing money. Like, he wants to hoard all of his money all the time and not lose any of it. Which is, it's a novel idea. Obviously, you do need money to win the game. But, hey, there's another one. On the first try, no less. Sick. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, all that stuff. You don't need new I just gave you more, you greedy bitch. But so he hates buying properties. I was playing with him a couple weeks ago, and I bought like 8 properties before he bought one. He's just every time he'd land on something, he'd just be like, "I don't want to buy it," and I'm like, "Why not, Preston?" He's like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't want to lose all my money." I was like, "But you have to buy things eventually." He's like, I just don't want to do it." I was like, "All right, that's up to you." Oh, the dog food. Okay, we got one more thing we can do really quick before we run out of time. We'll go and do another thing in this item exchange thing of ours. So he was playing against my dad, and they were playing, and my dad was controlling the game pretty well, but then Preston got a monopoly on Park Place and Boardwalk, and so he had the real deal of Evander Holyfield for a minute, and he started putting some houses on it, and so he got my dad to land on it once on Park Place, where he ended up owing him $1,100, and so it put my dad on the ropes for a minute, but he ended up, getting a couple of key things that got him out of it. And so it got to the point where he ended up creating this absolute fucking hellscape on the board for him. He owned St. James Place, Tennessee, New York, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Marvin Gardens, Ventnor, and whatever that other yellow one is. He owned all of those, and he had multiple houses on each. And it took another 12 turns for that, 12 times around the board for the game to end, because Preston, that lucky son of a gun, was able to avoid it every time. It was crazy. He landed on utilities and chance and community chest every fucking time around the board. It was amazing. I couldn't fucking believe it. But then he eventually took him down. It was so funny. My dad was just like, "I don't know how this happens. It's he's like, he's defying the laws of science." But anyway, so it was a funny thing, especially if you were there, because Preston's dying laughing, and my dad's just losing it, and we're just dying laughing. It was good. "What's that you have? It's canned food, for heaven's sake, man! Give that can to me, please!" He's hysterical. What do you do? Well, I think we give it to him, because I think the last thing that you want to do is prevent a hysterical crocodile man from having his canned food, because that's the kind of one of those moments where he goes into an unbridled fit of rage and he, you know, munches your guts out of your stomach and, you know, sprays it all over the room, and then he, you know, just gently places all of your human remains around his waterbed so that he can, you know, do weird incantations in the middle of the night while he listens to Foghat. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Oh, thank you, I'll take that. As I eat the entire can whole. Munch, munch, munch. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Nothing gets my rocks off quite like eating an entire can with the can. Because something just, that taste of that you get of that blood in your mouth from the can just slicing open your cheeks. Oh, it's just the best, man. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. I love the items that we end up bartering for. It was a Yoshi doll for a ribbon, which is normal, and then it turned into a ribbon for dog food, and then a dog food can for just loose bananas. Good deal. And which actually those bananas are going to be very important soon enough, believe it or not. We're going to need those for another item trade that is required for us to progress any further in the game. So, good to know. We'll get some more rupees here. We do need all of what we can get, so up to 65, not too bad. Which, by the way, let me clarify something really quick, 'cause I'm sure a couple of you may have noticed that at the beginning of this episode, the amount of rupees that I had was definitely different than where I ended last episode last time, and there's a reason for that. For some reason, my game file that I had on this emulator totally corrupted and stopped working. And so I literally had to play the game from the beginning all over again today while I was at work, and had to, you know, kind of restart that whole thing and get back to where I was at, which I was able to do. And I think I had like within about 10 or 15 rupees of the same thing before, so it's not a huge deal. But I'm sure a couple of you may have noticed, and you're just like, oh well, this is strange. Oh, awesome, I've got 69 rupees, fucking yeah! So, one thing we can do, yeah, here's the Shrine of Dreams. I don't know whether we can actually do this or not. Let's check this out really quick. I want to say that we need another item in order to be able to finish this. Maybe not. No, I think we do. I think we need to have, like, the boots in order to do this. So, we're going to stop right here, though, guys. We'll explore this next time. So, this has been your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching. When we come back next time, we are going to move through the Shrine of Dreams and see if we can actually do it or not, because I could have sworn we need another item in order to be able to do this, but we'll see. So until then, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.